Hey fam, welcome back to another practice. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could take the time, like, subscribe, comment at the end of the video if you enjoy it. It really would mean the absolute world to me. So let's get into today's practice. We are going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So take some time, allow your knees to go wide, untuck the toes, begin to sink the hips back to the heels, reach the palms out in front of you, relaxing the forehead, the chin, the chest down towards the earth. And as always, just taking these first few moments of your practice to land, to feel into the body, to feel into the emotions, to find that stillness. Whether that be stillness within the mind, stillness within the body. Maybe that's even finding the pauses in between the breath. It's really taking these first few moments to slow down and to be here. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face, feel the body soften. And from here you slowly rise into your tabletop position. You begin to make clockwise circles with shoulders over wrists, pressing into the earth, just moving round and round, reversing the directions of your circles, and slowly beginning to get into the body, moving your attention away from the mind, into the body, and hopefully into the breath. Coming to stillness in your tabletop position, let's find some cat-cow. So as you inhale, belly softens, you gaze forward, really soften the belly button down. As you exhale, round through the spine, draw the belly button up to the ceiling. Inhale, belly softens down, shoulders pull onto the back, body maybe gazing forward and up. And the opposite of that as you exhale, round in, tuck the chin to the chest, really tuck the tailbone underneath. One more deep inhale, belly softens, gaze forward. Exhale, round away. Coming back to your neutral flat spine, knees, hips stay exactly where they are. Begin to walk the hands forward, sinking the chest towards the earth, coming into puppy pose, anahatasana. Gentle opening through the underside of the arms, through the chest. Long, steady breaths here. Relaxing down. And then working your way forward down onto your belly. Untucking the toes, squeezing through the glutes, hands at 10 and 2. You find the fingertips oscillating cobra as you inhale, you rise. Exhale, soften down. Think of drawing the shoulders onto the back body. Inhale, rise. More length through the spine. Exhale, soften. Last one, deep inhale, rise. Squeeze the glutes. Pause at the top. Gaze over your left shoulder. Gaze over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Lower down, hands underneath shoulders, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pedaling the heels for a moment, switching the hips from side to side. And feel a grounding of your energy. Feel a connection between your palms and the mat, palms and the earth. And feel your energy ground down, anchoring you here. Good, gazing forward in between the hands, slowly start to tiptoe your way to the top of the mat. When you get there, fold in deeply, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back, shoulders draw back and down, fingertips to shins. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, feel the the activity through your hamstrings here as they hold you in this, let's say, number 7 shape. And you fold in, soften down. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms and gaze reach to sky as palms touch overhead. And as you exhale, draw your hands towards your heart center, then release your palms down beside your side body. Surya Namaskar A. As you inhale, arms and gaze reach to sky. As you exhale, leading with your heart fold forward down and in Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway, lift flat back. Exhale, palms release to the earth, step back to your high plank. Stay here or move through a push-up to lower and raise. Then slowly lower down to low plank or the floor. 3. On 1, untucking your toes, inhale your back bend of choice. Exhale, rolling over toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, raises you onto balls of feet. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, step, hop, float, however you'd like to get to the top of the mat. When you arrive, inhale, halfway lift, long through the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand tall, reaching arms and gaze to sky. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. Inhale, arms and gaze, reach skyward, spread the toes. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold in. Inhale to halfway, lift flat back. Exhale, plant the palms down, step or jump, high plank. Move through your push-up to lower and raise. And slowly lower down for 3. 2. On 1, untuck your toes, inhale, back bend, shoulders draw down. Exhale, rolling over toes, downward facing dog. As you inhale, right heel sweeps the sky, 3-legged dog. Ground through the left heel, bend the right knee, open the hip towards the right hand side of the room. Gaze underneath the right shoulder, really feel the stretch through the right side body. Right leg straightens, hips square, knee to nose, chin to chest, pause, high on the ball of the left foot now. Lift the hips a little higher. Gazing forward, right foot lightly lands, left knee softens down. Inhale, low lunge, arms and gaze reach to sky. Exhale, sink into the hips. And I'm not trying to torture you with those tiger curls, with those knees to nose. In my own personal practice, I just found it super handy to do as many of those as I could to create the height through the body to help me stepping up to the top of the mat. So just know, if that's not where you are in your journey, if you're struggling to step to the top, we all did at some point, and maybe you just practice that movement. Releasing the fingertips to the ground. Hips draw back, right leg straightens as you fold over that straightening right leg. Relaxing through the neck. Drawing the hips back. Relax the shoulders away from the midline. Good, coming forward, planting through that right foot. Stack right knee over right ankle. Use the strength of your legs to drive. High lunge. So right knee stacking over the ankle. Hips sinking down as you drive through that back left heel. Feel as though you can press the ground away. Maybe you like to take the eyes, the gaze to sky as you soften the shoulders down. Warrior 2, left heel spins down. Right heel may like to heel toe towards the center of the mat. Sink into the hips. Take a few bounces here. Relax those shoulders down. See if you can lengthen through the crown of the head. Right forearm finds right thigh. Left arm reaches for the top of the room, extended side angle pose. Now you're still using the strength of the side body here. Really light on that right forearm. Spin your heart, your chest open towards the sky. Feel as though you can gaze under that left armpit a little bit more. Good, take your left arm up towards the sky, gaze down. Place that right hand a long way out in, whoa, a little off balance. Place that right hand off a long way in front of you. Come into a bent leg half moon pose. So this right knee is bending as much as it can. Reach the right hand out as far as possible in front of you. Maybe you reach the left hand out as far as possible in front of you. You're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Plant the palms. Silently step back, downward facing dog. Inhale waves you forward to your high plank. Move through your push up to lower and raise. And slowly lower down for 3, for 2. On 1, untuck the toes, inhale, back bend. Exhale, rolling over toes, downward facing dog. Left side inhale, left heel sweeps the sky. Keep that right heel grounded, bend the knee, open the hip. So draw that left heel towards the buttocks. Gaze up underneath the left armpit, maybe you lift the left knee a little higher. Now close it all off, left leg straightens, hips square. Knee to nose, chin to chest, create that height first. Really work here for 3. Lift up a little more, 2. On 1, gaze forward, left foot lands, right knee softens down. Low lunge, inhale, rise. Exhale, sink in. Now maybe you know the intention of those knees to nose. Maybe you work a little harder, maybe you have a little more awareness of like, hey, this is helping me step to the top of the mat. I need to create that height. I need to create that compression. Just 2 more breaths. Work into that right hip flexor. And fingertips find the earth, hips draw back, left leg straightens as you fold. Working into little nuances of your own personal practice. I like to untuck the right toes here. Maybe you like to keep them tucked. Maybe a little cliche, but move like water. Move to the place of least resistance. Moving forward, planting through the left foot, stacking the left knee over the ankle. Tuck those right toes, use the legs to drive. Stand tall, Anjaneyasana. You're really trying to sink down through the hips. Strong through the core, through the midline, shoulders are back and down as you lengthen through the crown of the head. Maybe you find a subtle, gentle hint of a back bend. And warrior 2 as your right heel spins down and you sink in. Here you're wanting that left knee to track directly over the left foot, so you don't want it to sickle in. You really want to activate through the glute to keep that left leg abducting from the body, pulling away from the midline. Internal rotation through that back right leg. Keeping the legs the same, left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches overhead. Super light on the forearm. Trace that line from your right pinky toe all the way through your right middle finger. And along that line, can you turn open? Sinking into the hips. Good, gazing forward, reaching left hand forward, come onto your left leg alone as you peel the right hip open towards the sky. Deep bend in that left knee. This is a little bit of a different place and a different space. Deep bend in the left knee for 3. Maybe you can go a little deeper for 2. On 1, turn the chest down, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale ripples you forward, high plank. Stay here or move through your push up to lower. Hand raise. And slowly lower down for 3, 2. Pause, low plank. Untuck toes, inhale, back bend. Tuck toes, downward facing dog, 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, right heel floats to the sky, 3-legged dog. Left heel stays grounded, bend the knee, open the hip, or if you would like to, step that right foot over and behind, coming into your wild thing. High on the ball of the right foot. Maybe you're trying to come up onto the tippy toes. Outside blade of the left foot, so pinky toe edge down to the mat. From that connection point, drive the hips high. Good, arch through the spine. Good. Can you come into a side plank, drawing the right knee in towards your chest, gazing forward, step the right foot forward, rise, high crescent lunge. Good. If that worked for you, fantastic. If it didn't, that's all good. You can always come back and revisit. Sinking down into the hips, steady breaths. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, pyramid pose, fingertips find the earth. Hips draw back, right hip draws back, fold in. I like to come high on the ball of the left foot. Just makes me feel like I'm folding over that right leg a little more. Good. Start to bend into the right knee. Draw the hands to your heart center in prayer. Come onto that right leg alone, warrior 3. I want to feel yourself challenge the hamstring here. That might mean you're straightening through the leg a little bit more. Doesn't mean you're locking the knee out. Just means you're straight and strong through the legs. Shoulders draw back and down and drive through the left leg, whether the foot's flexed or the toes are pointed. Be where you are for 3, 2. On one, stand tall, left knee drives into chest. We are going for 3 pistol squats. So maybe the left leg straight in front of you, maybe the foot is drawn in. We'll squat down and we'll drive 1. Wowza, I haven't done a pistol squat in a while. Squat down. Woo! Drive 2. Last one, sorry I could be woke you up. Squat down. Drive 3. Holy dooly. Squat all the way down to the ground. Land, boat pose, Navasana. I don't know how you went with those, but I struggled. So from here we are going from high boat to low boat 20 times. Do as many as you can. Let's go. Lower down, raise 1, lower down, raise 2, 3, 4. Move at your own pace. 5, 6. Try and keep the knees drawn to one another. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. From here, rock back, kick the legs overhead. We're going to chair pose as you kick up, feet land. Maybe that worked for you. Maybe that didn't. Palms to earth, knees to elbows, crow pose. Lift, tuck the heels to the buttocks. Steady for 3, 2. On 1, shoot back, high plank, low plank, press back up, high plank, lower down 3, 2. On 1, untuck toes, inhale, back bend. Downward facing dog, exhale, ha. Last side, let's go. Inhale, left heel floats. Right heel grounds, bend knee, open hip. Or if you did on the last side, step the left foot over. Wild thing. Gaze down, side plank. Left knee draws into chest. Left foot steps forward. High lunge in how we rise. Exhale, sink in. Steady breaths. Steady gaze. Fingertips to earth. Hips draw back. Left leg straightens as you fold. A lot of the times, I'll see a lot of people when I teach class with their left hip popped out. It's just they haven't got the movement or the length through the hamstring yet. So maybe you find yourself onto blocks and you really want to pull that left hip back so the hips are square as you fold. Gazing forward, bend the left knee, hands to heart center, use the strength of that left leg. Warrior 3. Really challenge that hamstring. Drive into the left big toe. Shoulders draw back and down. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, stand tall, right knee drives to chest. 3 pistol squats, leg can straighten, leg can be bent. Lower down, drive, raise 1. Lower down, drive, raise 2. Last one, lower down, drive, raise 3. Lower all the way down, land on the earth, high boat pose, high to low 20 times. Let's go. Lower down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Kick back, chair pose. Maybe that was a little bit more successful this time. Sink into the knees, palms to earth, crow pose. Go for it. Maybe that means your feet are on the earth. You drive the knees into the elbows. You just lean forward. This might be you today, and that's cool. If you're floating, squeeze the heels towards the buttocks. And in 3, 2, 1, high plank, low plank, high plank, lower down for 3, 2, 1, tuck toes, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, pigeon pose, right heel floats, right leg comes forward and across the body, sink those hips down, lengthen first as you inhale, and fold forward as you exhale. And in moments like this, the moments of slowing down, of letting go, can you take your awareness to inside of you? Can you search for the voice of your soul? Can you search for the voice of your soul? Can you ask it, what is it trying, or what are you trying to teach me? And what are you trying to teach me? And slowly rise. Step back, downward facing dog. And swap it over, left leg floats. Left leg comes forward and across the body. Sinking down. And once again, inhale to find the length. And exhale to work into your depth. And if you liked sitting with the soul, go back to that moment, go back to that feeling, search for that inner voice. Or maybe you just want to follow the breath. Because our practice is It is about improving flexibility, strength, mobility, range of motion, all these things, but the beautiful added benefit of yoga is this connection to self, this connection to source. And the ability to be the watcher, be the observer, be the one who listens. Slowly you start to rise, sink over to the left hip, swing the right leg all the way out in front of you. Left leg goes forward 2. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale, simply fold. Softening the head down. And one of my teachers always used to say this when I practiced, and it had so much benefit for me. And it was, with every inhale, can you find more length? And every exhale, can you soften? So this could potentially be length in your body, length in your spine. Could be length in your breath, or length between your thoughts. And I like to say soften instead of go deeper, so you feel your body soften and sink into the pose. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to move your hands towards your feet a little more, or your head towards your shins. And soften, or allowing the body to soften, to let go, and to relax. As you inhale, you mindfully sit back up. Plant the fingers, shift your weight forward. Sink all the way down onto your back body, hugging the knees into the chest. And we'll come into happy baby. Shine the soles of the feet towards the sky. Allow the hands to catch onto the outside blades of your feet as you pull the legs down towards the earth. And closing down through the eyes. And just feel here. Notice how you feel, notice what you feel. You can straighten through the legs or draw them towards one another, working into a plow pose if that's somewhere you like to be. Coming back to your happy baby if you were in plow pose. And hug the knees into the chest. Keep your right leg drawn in. Release your left leg long and down to the mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh through the mouth as you twist right leg over and across the body. Just unwinding here. Unwinding or winding down. And we'll swap it over, rolling back to center. Left knee hugs in, right leg goes long and down. Inhale. Exhale, sighs, you twist. onto your back body. Lengthen heels for the corner of your mat. Turn your palms towards the ceiling as you rest or lay or surrender into Shavasana. Your final pose. Feeling your energies soften down. Letting go of any control you think you have over the body, the mind, or the breath. And allow yourself to simply be here. My friends, thank you so much once again for joining me for another practice and for sharing your practice with me. Always remember, today is going to be a good day. This week is going to be a good week. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Namaste.